Hello, how's it going? Everyone doing all right? Why don't you go ahead and smash the like button and subscribe button and say hello in the comments? That's right. I have to ask, is there anyone in charge of schools and the curriculum and the coursework that they do? I really want to know. I want to know what scrutiny it takes for assignments to get assigned to schools. Because this is the second story or second video in a row that I'm reporting on schools. That's right. Schools. There should be a C. No. Should be a schools right there. Anyways, no. I want to know who's in charge of schools. Is it the same people that are in charge of my spelling? Which is nobody? I really want to know. Hudson Mayor. School board should resign over material suggesting kids write about mature activities with drinking. That's right. Hudson Mayor is asking all 5 school board members to resign or face possible criminal charges over high school courses or course material that he says a judge called corn pop. I'm just going to call it corn pop. Mayor Greg Schubert made the statement during Monday's night Board of Education meeting after multiple parents complained about the content of some writing prompts contained in a book called 642 Things to Write About, provided to high school students who are taking college credit courses called Writing in Liberal Arts DOS or 2 or II. Parents said that there was a prompt that asked students to write a mature scene you wouldn't show your mom. Another one which said, rewrite the same mature scene from above into one that you would let your mom read. Another prompt asked students to drink a beer and describe how it tastes. Parents said that they felt that these writing prompts and others were not appropriate for high school students. I would even argue it's not acceptable or appropriate for freshmen in college, especially the 18-year-olds or 19-year-olds coming straight from high school, but that's a different topic. Speaker, the material was disgusting, and the amount to grooming. One speaker said he was appalled by the content and requested that the cameras be put in the classrooms so parents could monitor what's being taught to their children. Another speaker said that the material was disgusting and amount to grooming. I honestly don't know if there should be cameras in classrooms. I really don't know. I mean, it's an interesting debate. On one side, I'm for it because we must know what's happening in the classroom. But then there's the kids. We must protect the kids. We must protect the future because the kids are our future. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm stuck. I'm stuck with, yes, we should do it, but what about the kids that get filmed in the classroom? I don't know. I can't make that call. In a prepared statement, the superintendent, Phil Herman, said the inappropriate and offensive writing prompts were part of a supplemental resource used in high school senior level college credit plus writing section, and I don't care what it was part of. I don't care if it was supplemental or as part of the actual course itself. This should not be taught to our kids in high school. This is inappropriate, and you should have made sure every copy that was sent to the kids had that prompt whited out or removed, or went to the publisher and say, we would like to buy X amount of these copies, but I noticed that there's these prompts right here, these 3 prompts that we either want to be replaced or removed because they're not acceptable for kids. Anyways, continue on. The district immediately determined that the writing resources should not be in the hands of our students, and on Monday collected the books from students enrolled in the course. Herman said it is important to note that no time that any of these inappropriate writing prompts were assigned as part of the class. You're backpedaling. My question is, what's the scrutiny? What's the process? Let's say I have a book that I want to be taught in these schools. Is there any scrutiny? Is there anybody that actually reads them book to cover to make sure there's no inappropriateness in them? That's what I want to know. The 642 things the book has been used in the past, high school principal Brian Welch said in the class, is offering association with Hiram College, but is taught at the high school. He also said that the 642 things book has been used in the past, which told the board Monday that he and his administrative team apologized to the students' parents a little too late, buddy. The school is searching for a replacement material that is suitable for high school students, he said. We did not exercise our due diligence when reviewing this resource, and as a result, we overlooked several writing prompts among the 642 that were not appropriate for high school audience. Where was the scrutiny prior? That's what I want to know. Welch said that we feel terrible and you should be fired. Welch said we feel terrible and should be fired. Exactly. At no time were any of these inappropriate prompts selected or discussed, but still they were there and they were viewable. You cannot unsee them. Yeah, I think you kind of get the gist of that. I could go on and read this whole article, but you understand what my position is. But of course, how I got the source was from Twitter, of course. Breaking: Hudson mayor demands that all school board members resign or face possible criminal charges over high school courses. Material that he called the judge corn pop. I'm going to give you a simple choice: either resign or be charged. And of course, this person responded, "It was 2 prompts in the book of writing. The book wasn't meant for kids. It was poor judgment. But the board probably didn't read every line unless the teachers made them pick it, or it would be allowed the kids to write it. It was a simple mistake. When it comes to our kids, there are no simple mistakes. And this was my response: there's no simple mistakes. Children are our future, and we must protect our future. The board failed. There needs to be more scrutiny when it comes to the material that we assigned them." I have no clue who this Tim person is, nor do I really care. But I'm going to read his response. I'm going to read my response back to him. Oh, please, your kids, if you have any, do and see worse stuff than a couple of short prompts. They would have read the whole book or a chance across while scanning cover to cover to the book involved. The religious representative you people force onto your kids is doing them much, much more harm than anything you cry about. Where's all your Fox cause, because that's all you do, outrage about stuff like this? Evangelical church abuse cases. I mean, I'm not going to talk about child abuse. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about getting a representation of my opinions on certain topics. And if this is happening at a school level, which is a public sector, which is public considered of the people, which is the government, that's where I draw the line. And this is my response. 1, they shouldn't be seeing this in school. I'm not blind to the fact that the internet exists, so your first point is mute. Yes, I completely understand that there's certain websites, they're not behind a membership wall. They're quite graphic. I'm just going to say it, leave it there. Yes, any abuse that comes from the church should be addressed. Scum has no place around kids. 3. Two things can be correct at the same time, as in, this material should not be in the hands of our students or be assigned at a public school or even schools in general, unless you're in college. And yes, abuses from the church should be addressed. And of course, the fourth one is I'm also against organized religion, so take your anti moral, anti church talking points to someone that might be offended, because I am actually not offended that he brought up the church, because I think there's definitely an argument to be made there. My point, the point to my comments, is that pop in any form shouldn't be allowed in school, whether it's verbal, visual, or audible. That's where I'm going to leave this. That's where I'm going to leave this. So smash the like and subscribe button. Comment down below what your thoughts are. But most importantly, make sure you know what your kids are reading, especially when they come from the school. Because clearly, something's wrong with the schools. Obviously, there's nobody in charge. There is no checks and balances when it comes to the curriculum and the books, the assignment that they're reading. Whether it's through the critical race theory, which is just racism, or communism racism. And the story I had yesterday, which was a book that was available on the school library, talking to them. And then there's this story right here. We must know what's in our school, and if you're a parent, I suggest that you get involved in your school. I suggest you know what's in your libraries, what's in the assignments, and if you see something wrong, make sure you complain, and make sure you complain a lot. Make sure you get out there loud with your bullhorn, or even better, run for school board. Anyways, with that being said, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.